The Pennsylvania Wilds. More than 2 million acres of scenic vistas in the Allegheny Mountains that feature an abundance of streams and old-growth forests. Meandering through it all is Pennsylvania Route 120, a two-lane road first built in 1926 that follows the Scinemahoning River Valley. This road provides access for nature lovers and residents, as well as truckers working in the area's logging and oil and gas industries. However, there is a problem.
Route 120, this is a representative depiction of what we encounter frequently through this 70-mile corridor that runs through Cameron and Clinton counties. We have steep slopes on the uphill side, the roadway benched in, and then the slope continues down to the railroad and the stream. And what tends to happen is with heavy rains and material that can slough away over time, and you see the guide rails start to rotate, you can see the material itself start to slide down the hillside, the pavement can break apart. And this is a condition, it repeats itself dozens of times along this corridor.
Not only is this a potential safety hazard for motorists, a slide can also restrict access to the area for months. Erdman Anthony is leading a team contracted by the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation to examine these areas proactively and repair them before an emergency arises. Each assignment begins with a thorough geotechnical investigation. Then Erdman Anthony takes that data and explores a series of cost-effective options for stabilizing the slope.
Despite having many instances of the similar failure, because of the geology or the specific conditions at each location, we need to develop optimal solutions that something that works in one location may not work 500 feet away. And that's usually due to the terrain or specific isolated conditions.
A retaining wall might need to be rebuilt. Existing soil might need to be replaced with a structured fill, or soil nails might be necessary to anchor the slope firmly in place. Given the terrain and remote location, the team must also consider contractor access constraints and what equipment and materials are needed when designing a solution.
In the movie Apollo 13, the character empties a bucket of materials onto a table and says, you got to solve the problem, but you can only use these items because that's all they have to work with. That's the kind of creativity we need to use, because the terrain is presenting the limitations for us, and the equipment is what's able to get to the site and execute the work that we need to get done. Individually, these jobs aren't necessarily the biggest jobs that we tackle, but to this community and to the people in this area, this access is vitally important. Together with PennDOT, we're going to tackle these assignments one at a time as they come up, and we're going to build a stable Route 120 for the community in the future.
Erdman Anthony, the community that builds communities.